Honestly, I didn't think that there would be another update to this search. I had been contacting people on the side, but not a lot came from that. Recently, however, as the video title implies, a new breakthrough on the search has been made, and it took me by surprise because I hadn't been too involved with the search server. This breakthrough being new Me and My Friends production images. Now, I know what you guys are all here for, so go ahead and sit back, relax, grab a snack, drink some water now because you're likely to spit it out when you see these new images, and get cozy, because today we're talking about another Me and My Friends update. So, before we jump into the images, I'd like to address how I found out about them. Most of the Me and My Friends related stuff I get is a bunch of young kiddos asking about it or trying to troll, which they're terrible at, and so forth. So naturally I brush everything off. I had woken up at around 10:30 a.m. and saw a text from my good friend Miles that read, "Someone skinned them, sad face." And obviously I was like, what the actual heck, and saw that there were new images. So we're gonna go in order of the released images, analyze the heck out of them, and give my thoughts on how this could affect the pilot story. Before all that though, I'd like to provide some context. These images were found by Discord user Burr Lost Media, who had reached out to a producer on the show that had been contacted before, and surprisingly, they'd found some new images that they had dug out. So I guess this person knew about Me and My Friends' newfound internet popularity. Burr had released these to the Me and My Friends Discord server, and thus they're online now. So big thanks to Burr Lost Media for finding these. Most of these are behind the scenes production images, so I can't say too much about how they affect the story, but yeah, with that being said, let's begin. Let's start with the image that I woke up to, which I'm going to be calling the Skinwalker image. I know this has nothing to do with skinwalkers, but hey, they skinned them sad face. This image shows Tyrone and Tasha's suits without their heads, with the torso of Tasha being separate from the legs, as Tyrone's is all one piece. They're hanging on a coat rack or something like that in front of the backyard set. There's a folding chair to the right, a fancy director chair to the left, and a water bottle on the floor, presumably for the cast members inside the suits because, I can only imagine how hot it gets inside those. So, here's an image of all four of the Backyardigans, or the My Friends, whatever they're called. There's not too much going on, just showing the four all together in a single file line. In fact, the same single file line formation is the one that we see in the 3-second clip from the Nick Studios Florida reel. This is definitely a rehearsal, as the door on the shed is open in the background, and in the clip, the shed is completely closed. The strangest thing about this image, and almost all the images in this collection, is how dark the pictures are. You don't see a bright blue sky, it's just eerily dark and quiet. Here's a bigger pic of the Tyrone and Tasha headless picture, which confirms it's just a different angle on the Skinwalker image. You can see the mirror's reflection that the Tasha suit is actually in front of everything, and you can see this strange lavender purple thing that I can only assume is the fence, just barely near it, that's also visible in the original Skinwalker image. We can see the full Pablo head on the left, and on the right we can see the Uniqua head next to the full Pablo costume. Not a lot to say about this. I think they're in front of the mirror so that they can get dressed easier and see how they look in the outfits and all that stuff. The mirror probably makes it easier to put the heads on the stands because the heads are open in the back, so you can see if you're, hitting or not hitting any crucial mechanical parts inside. So Tasha and Tyrone are kind of like the stars of the image set for today. This one showcases Tasha sitting down with a technician behind her. There's another technician sitting down as well next to Tyrone. Nothing too exciting about that. However, I found some interesting things in the background. In the top left corner, there's a bunch of props hidden away behind everything. One is some strange red thing with an eyeball, which kind of looks like a horse to me, like a rocking horse. Another is a really long head of a snail. It's orange and could probably be held by the neck and just have the head in frame, specifically when doing puppet stuff, hence meerkat involvement. I think the backyard might have had a garden in it where the meerkats would probably play or something. That's all I can imagine. Think like those Gorgs from Fraggle Rock who live in that weird area. Just a centralized garden area where you got the snails, meerkats, and yeah, just kind of stuff like that. Well, it only took a million years, but we finally have new images of the meerkats. From left to right, we have the pink meerkat, the blue meerkat, and the yellow meerkat, who I've heard is named Omar Meerkat, but honestly I have no references for that claim. This is simply an image of them sitting on a display piece, similar to how the heads were, and boy, do they look happy. Oh, to be a yellow meerkat in 1998, sitting around waiting to go onto stage. The possibilities would be endless. This is by far the scariest picture out there because it's such a liminal space. It's basically the backyard at night is what I'll say. Obviously, I don't think there's some sort of night setting, but you can't see the blue sky, just this empty backyard where you can see signs hanging from the ceiling. There's like 3 boxes just sitting around because, I also have multicolored boxes just sitting around in my backyard. There's some steps leading off stage, and you can see the silhouette of the fence and some trees run along the wall. Just kind of unsettling. This is just a picture of Tasha in front of the open shed. There's not much to be seen here except whatever the heck that thing is on the right. I honestly can't figure out if it's someone in a suit or what. It just looks like a massive clump of hair. It's like that weird glitch stuff from Learning with Pibby, and Tasha is its next victim. It might just be a weird prop. I honestly have no idea what the heck it's supposed to be. And, whatever it is, I hope it gets better soon. It looks kind of sick. So this image is one of the brighter ones. You can somewhat see the sky, and there's that one technician that's always by Tyrone. Tyrone is just happy to be there. We can see inside the shed this time. There's a strange blue box and something behind Tyrone's arm inside there. Knowing how similar Uniqua is to Springtrap from FNAF, we can assume that this is where she was locked up inside Unique Trap. Pablo, don't leave me here! Pablo! So this one kind of provides context on the joke of what just happened on the last image. So this final image is my favorite because we all know how much I love to make fun of the Uniqua Springlock incident of 1998. If you don't know, one of the costumes during the production had the fiberglass break inside while recording, and many have speculated it to have been the Uniqua suit. And, FNAF, yeah. This image shows the Uniqua actress inside the bulky suit, which looks way too big for the poor woman. The head is near her, and this seems to be some sort of fitting room for the suit, with all kinds of weird makeup and design tools that run along the border of the image. As this appears to be some sort of fabric glue down here, although don't quote me on that, that's just what I think. So, yeah, there's the new images. So, how does this stuff affect the storyline? Like always, whenever we receive new information, I love to speculate what kind of impact it had on the production, and all kinds of stuff like that. We finally got to see inside the shed for the first time, and the existence of a weird blue square inside shows that there were props in there. So maybe someone was supposed to get stuff out from inside? Maybe this was like a storage shed that a character's parents had for their art supplies. That explains the materials to make the flags, the painting canvas, and, all that jazz. Of course, these were mostly production images and none of the actual recording. However, the props seen in the back can really influence how we see the story. That snail specifically sticks out to me, as before I had claimed seeing a deleted image of the meerkats playing with a purple frog, with the frog theory being reinforced when a 4th puppeteer was credited to the work on the project. The snail furthers this theory as well, with the idea of there being a garden in the backyard. The snail and the frog could hang out there with the meerkats. While writing this update, I also had a completely crazy idea that I want to share specifically for speculatory reasons, that being that this doesn't take place in a backyard. I know, what the heck am I talking about? They're called the Backyardigans, silly. Well, not quite. The series at the time was called Me and My Friends, with no backyard in question. You also have to consider that there is no house to be seen, only some sort of shed. I have this strange theory that maybe, just maybe, this all takes place in a public park. When you look at the fence that surrounds the setting, it just doesn't match that of a backyard fence. Usually it'd be more like a picket fence or something. It could explain the fence, the massive swing set, and the slide, and even the shed being some sort of park supply shed. This theory is really out there. I won't deny that, and heck, I honestly don't even believe it myself. However, the speculation is there, and with so many characters in this production, it would make sense for the yard to be absolutely huge, or maybe even a public park. As for the search today, I haven't been too active with the Me and My Friends search as of recently. Heck, I only made 1 or 2 contacts recently, and I'm still waiting to hear back. Right now, it looks like the only people who have any solid media about the pilots are the ones who have production influence and all that jazz. The search today mainly takes place over at the Me and My Friends Search Discord server, and I'm not too involved over there. To be honest, thanks to Bird Lost Media, I gotta say that this Discord server is the place to be making any progress on this search. I really appreciate everyone over at the Discord server for their effort on making progress for the search of this pilot. And yeah. So, here we are at the end of the video. I gotta say, I honestly wasn't expecting anything Me and My Friends related to happen this year. Sure, this search gave me the opportunity to blow up on YouTube, heck, it can even be seen in the recommendations of a Jack's Film livestream, so the algorithm was definitely having a field day with it. But in the end, I always thought that the search would be hard. Like, truly, the one person known to have a copy goes dead silent, everyone involved just kind of pushed it to the back of their minds and forgot about it. It's just so crazy. The images are able to be viewed on the Lost Media Wiki article for the pilot, and I can't believe that there's new stuff. So yeah, for like the millionth time, thank you to Bird Lost Media for finding these images. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested in more of my content, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can click the bell icon to be notified of my next upload. Follow me on social media, all of which are in the description, for updates on video stuff, or if you just care about what I have to tweet. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and as always guys, it's been a blast, and I will see you all next time. Peace!